I bought the cheapest and most expensive remote control lawnmowers on Amazon. I also got something in between, but I'm not fully convinced that any of these are going to beat the tracked Temu mower. But we haven't tried it on a normal lawn yet, and a lot of these I think are going to mow a lot faster. The cheapest RC mower on Amazon was only $275. So I was expecting something like this, not something like this. That's crazy. How do they even ship that for $275? And for our middle ground comparison, we have this Wally looking, all-wheel drive, space age looking wheels for $2,400. Now this one is so expensive, the most expensive on Amazon. I don't even want to talk about that right now. Let's start by opening up the cheapest one and try and figure out why it's so cheap. At first I thought maybe it's so cheap because it doesn't come with the batteries, but this came with a lithium-ion battery warning on the box, so I don't think that's it. Boundary wire, so this must work without the remote control as well. Docking station, power supply unit, so it must charge itself at the docking station. It's not all that heavy. What the heck? And the blades are so small. What is that going to be able to cut? A charging dock and no actual remote controller. You must be able to remote control it with your phone, because it said RC right on the listing. Yep, there you go. We've got an app, 1.8 stars. Oh, errors in locking makes app useless. Tricky to set up. That's it? Okay. It came with a charger and it looks like a nice long cord that's weather sealed. That's good because this will obviously be living outside. This plug-in is actually so bent. You can see there, it looks like it got stepped on before shipping. It's kind of hard to plug in. I think I'm gonna need to heat it up or just really force it. Our $2,400 RC lawnmower. It looks like one of those RC cars that can crawl sideways. Should be pretty sick, actually. Look at this guide. That's idiot proof. Let's see if I can't mess this thing up. Holy smokes. Set up this giant ugly pole so it knows where to come home to charge. And then you set it up on the app, tell it where your lawn is, and then it will mow your lawn. All right, let's see the unit. This one is probably the coolest looking of the bunch. It has little RC truck shocks. What? Dang. So this has the same blades, but it has 6 per wheel and 2 wheels. The other one only has 4 blades on 1 wheel. The setup on this one was super easy. Just put in the 3D vision module, screw in the front bumper, and plug it in. That is nearly indistinguishable from the $275 one. This one's almost 10 times more expensive than that. And the next one is even more. Now, for the last most expensive RC lawnmower on Amazon, even says right on it, mow like a beast, remote control with ease. I think this one actually comes with a controller like the tracked Temu one. But how much was this bad boy? $4,000. $4,000 for a lawnmower. This one better be good. None of these other ones have bags. They're just gonna leave your clippings on the lawn, and it has a little solenoid here, so it automatically dumps itself. That's pretty crazy. Some of you guys might be thinking, whoa, what's up with the new big garage? Well, I'm completely moving out of this smaller 450 square foot storage unit and into a much larger 1,000 square foot unit with much better lighting and more interesting walls. But there's a part of this move that I've been loving and I wasn't expecting. That is the Essential open ear headphones by Raycon. I've been going back and forth between the two garages loading bikes, and I can just have a song playing in my car while wearing the headphones, hop out, and when I unplug my phone from the truck, it immediately just kicks right into the headphones. These things work so well. It's like the way that you want Bluetooth headphones to work, but they never do. And while I'm driving, they're open ear, so I can hear what's going on around me. They're so light and comfortable, I don't even notice they're on. They stay on my ears super well. They sound amazing. They recharge in the case, and the multi-point connection works so well. And on this Black Friday and Cyber Monday, you can get up to 30% off on all Raycon audio products. So go to my link in the description or go to buyraycon.com/oldingopen to save on Raycon products site-wide. The deals aren't going to last long, so get to it. This message is sponsored by Raycon, and when you guys click those links in the description, it really helps the channel grow like you're seeing right now. Oh. These big foam wheels. Wow. This one's definitely going to be the most assembly required. This thing is nuts. Look at this big steel roll cage. Holy smokes. Like, this has a regular mow deck that goes up and down, and bam. Don't need to pre-mow to use this one, that's for sure. All that I had to do to set this one up was to put on the wheels and then put on this rim cover. The rim cover screws into the hubbed motors that keeps the tires on, and these little tires are replaceable then, which is pretty cool. And they also don't have too much traction. Too much traction would tear up your lawn like the Temu tracked mower obviously does. You can see these tires are pretty big, pretty squishy, but these hubbed motors, it's a similar design. The Spider car has 4 individual hub motors with 4 individual controllers. So if one tire starts slipping, it can figure it out. Each wheel is completely independently powered, so it'd be hard to get this thing stuck. You've got the rear powered by the motors, but the front is just like a shopping cart. So this one, I think you could get stuck pretty easy. And I still am just so curious if this is actually gonna mow anything with these little tiny spinny bits. The Mow Raider actually shipped with the charger separate, and there's one beast of a charger. It looks like one for one of the electric dirt bikes. This is a 72 volt electric dirt bike that can go like 40 miles. And that's the battery charger setup. Here's my hand for scale. Look, the charger's about the same size. The battery's only a little bit smaller. I have a feeling that thing's going to run for a long time. Okay, all the lawnmowers are charged. Let's load up and put them to the test. You can see this battery has holes in the bottom for ventilation and a fan with a little seal right where it goes. Because there's no chains or belts, this thing is going to be so quiet. Whoa. Holy. Wow. The maneuverability on this thing. That's pretty fast. Dang. Hopefully that's a setting you can turn off. You need to be holding it the whole time. You can see the Temu tank has plenty of torque to get up the ramps into the truck. Oh yeah, this thing is unstoppable. No way. I'm going to have our cheapest mower do this section here, closest to the house, and then Wally is going to do the middle of the yard because I think it'll best navigate its way around the roller coaster. And then the manual mowers will do in the back third of the property. And we will see what cuts the best, what I think is the easiest, and if any of these things are really worth the money. So one of the 2 comments on the app said that the red key was hard to set up. I'm gonna set a timer on my phone and we'll see exactly how hard this thing is to set up. All I've done so far is unbox everything, so let's see how long this takes. With our cheapest unit, the charging station had to be inside of the mow area, which is super inconvenient and honestly pretty ugly. I'd way rather stash this thing to the side of the house and have the robot go out and mow the lawn, but this one follows its wire, so you had to place the wire all the way around, which also was a pain. Our next step up, you don't need to do this. I need to screw these in with an Allen key. I thought that was a weird choice. If they would have used Phillips, most people have a Phillips bit on a drill. But it only took about 20 minutes, and then it came time to set up the app, which just didn't work at all. Half an hour in, and we've resorted to watching a YouTube video. I could not figure it out. It's not showing up to connect to my phone, and I'm pretty sure it won't work at all without being connected to the phone. So let's see how long this takes. So on YouTube, it doesn't say you can do this in the instructions, but if you hit mow and on off at the same time, is it gonna start mowing or is it just roaming? Oh, it rides on the line. It's stuck. It's stuck on a very small route. 43 minutes, about to complete its first circuit. Hasn't started mowing yet. All right, what's next, buddy? What is this? Oh, it is mowing. Oh. Okay, figured that out. No way, this is how it mows. Oh my God. I will say it's extremely quiet, but as we predicted, those little razor blades do not seem to be doing much at all. Oh, oh no. It missed like this whole 3 foot here. This is embarrassing. Oh, I see, now it's coming back at it from the other way. So it is working 45 minutes in. All right, let's see if we can't set up this one in under 45 minutes. Wally's setup was a lot easier. Just needed to plug in the charging station and this satellite pole thing, which actually has its own plug-in, so these could be in different places of your yard. The pole actually can't be under your roof. It needs exposure to the sky because this thing actually has GPS like a lot of my drones do. And surprisingly, the cheap mower was actually doing a pretty good job. It's super slow, but it actually was mowing the lawn, even though it did tell me to pre-mow the lawn with a regular lawnmower first, which of course I didn't. See, it's really mowing. And it is so quiet. Also, I think this would obviously be working a lot better if the grass wasn't wet, but our $2,000 robot showed up on my phone straight away. Looks like we have to do a firmware upgrade. Please insert the security key. What the heck is even that? It's not in the instructions, but there's this little orange brick that slides into the back of this thing. Oh. I found the security key in a little bag in the box. I think it just jumps it. It just makes something connect on the inside. You could easily make one of these from scratch or just put in a wire. So are people really stealing people's robot lawnmowers in the first place? I guess if it's mowing your front yard, then they could, but you need all the other stuff attached to it too for it to even work. All right. Security key inserted. Here it comes, here it comes. I mean, 2 or 3 passes and that's considered mowed. Look, there's even clippings coming off. We'll see if that works. We're about to lose to the cheapest one though. 45-minute setup on the other one. It is going to mow its whole portion of the lawn before Wally's even set up. Oh, good. Good, good, good. I like the sword sound effect. All right, create a map, let's go. 40 minutes and we've actually started. So let's see what we've got here. Start mapping. There is auto mapping, ideal for lawns with clear perimeters, AKA not lawns with roller coasters in them. Let's do manual. The app had 2 thumbsticks that work just like a drone or an RC car, and it was super easy to map the edge of the mow area. As far as within the area, it did have the option to make no mow zones, but I wanted to see how good this camera on top was and if it could avoid running into my fire pit. That's the only thing in this area that it can't hit, so let's find out. Okay, is it going to figure out how to get under the roller coaster? It does. Not as close as I took the corner, but maybe this is like a figure itself out on its own kind of run right now. Oh, it's mowing. It decided to start inside of the roller coaster. So it does have some kind of intelligent path system because it does make sense to mow inside the roller coaster, go out, and then do the other bigger portion. It's smart enough to figure that out, how to do it faster. Little homie over here is crushing at life. No problems at all. 45 minutes till this one started mowing too. So the setup isn't hard. This one, I couldn't get it all connected to the app, but this one doesn't seem to need the app. I will say, not being able to select the mow height on this one is a bummer, but it did figure out where the tree was all on its own. This one, you can select the mow height in the app. Maybe that one too, but the app doesn't work, so it's irrelevant. You can see here, I changed the mow height, no problem, 2 inches. You can also turn up the speed, but I think slower is probably better. And the obstacle detection is on standard, so it should be able to figure out where my fireplace is and where the little stands and bricks holding up the roller coaster are. Also, the little guy finished its task. It actually looks really good. It basically skipped this corner here. Maybe the battery died. Maybe it went home to charge. Oh, that's exactly it. Now I'm inside, warm and dry, and check this out. If I click FPV here, I get a video feed of the little car. It'd be sweet if it like recorded this and you could download this video. I wonder if you can. It's about to run into the fire pit. Let's see if it's smart enough to avoid it, drive around it without actually hitting it. Here it's approaching, it's approaching. Oh, turned around it. Way around it. Is it gonna get back on the right path? It totally did. All right. Definitely easier to set up without the invisible wire, and definitely figured out its way around that easier than the cheaper one did. It ended up being a beautiful day. I should have just waited a couple hours, but as you can see, this guy did its job, mowed the whole area. The cheap one looks like it's charged, but it didn't actually finish mowing. So now it's time for the grand finale. We're going to drag race the 2 manual RC mowers.
Okay, ready, set, go. No! Oh, come on, it's not even a contest. No.
Okay, I think yours is faster when it's running.
Got it.
1, 2, 3, go!
What? No!
Well, when it comes to battle bots,
Whoa.
I think you're winning. You're also tearing up the lawn. We should just hold these in. It'll start to cut.
I realize the quality of the trim does not show up well on camera, but this is by far the best, and of course by far the fastest. I think I could mow my whole lawn in 15 minutes with this thing. It is quick, and it did do some damage to the lawn, but if the dirt wasn't wet, I'm sure it would be totally fine.
So the second you let off, it does stop. So you only need to hold on to one, but you need to be holding one the whole time, which is kind of a bummer.
It has these automatic U-turn buttons on the remote that will just pivot, so you don't need to do that manually. But if you're not running the bag like I am now, you can just run backwards and save even more time.
This is way faster than I could mow with the push mower. This is really embarrassing for the tracked mower. Come on, man. You're gonna take a break just because you're out of dinosaur juice? You think Wally gets a break? Another thing that makes this one unique is it has batteries in here and you need to charge it as well. But so far, just running the gas motor while I'm running the vehicle is enough for it to have never had to be charged before. So let's see if that remains true. We'll back off of these rocks. Fire up the motor. That's all it needed. No big deal. Now this one doesn't have fixed settings for the height. So I just need to eyeball it.
This mower is currently $1,600 on Temu, and for personal ownership, mowing your own lawn is by far the worst. It's incredibly slow, the tracks tear up the dirt, and it's extremely loud, much louder than even a regular push gas mower.
Of course, normally you could just not mow your lawn when it's wet, but up here in our northern climate, I needed to do one last mow before the snow fell, and that's never going to be dry. So out of all of these, which one will I be using in the future to mow my lawn? My regular push mower. I just like mowing my lawn. I don't want a robot to do it for me. The RC ones are really great if it's like really hot out and you can go through your field, you know, like I did in the Temu video where I unboxed that one. You know, that was pretty good, and I have bad allergies, so those really tall bushes and weeds, it did a great job at, and I think this one would too. We might need to try that out in the spring. But for me, I just like mowing my lawn. Feels good to take care of your yard. Little Wally over here does a great job. If I didn't want to mow my lawn, Wally totally crushes it. It was super easy to set up, and honestly, I don't think I've ever mowed my lawn that good before. This thing totally crushes. So this guy is so overbuilt, I have an idea. This works with the blue one, but this one's way faster and electric. We're on full speed mode. Oh yeah, this thing is so cool. You could really go places you couldn't even walk with this thing. Ah, that's full throttle. It's definitely slower with me on it, but it's not bad.
Wally was definitely the most impressive unit and would be my #1 choice if I had a bigger yard or just wasn't interested in mowing on my own. I even set it up to mow the front yard in the dark and it totally crushed it. As far as the fully manual units, I think they would be the most useful if you had an extreme angle in your yard that was difficult or dangerous to mow. Also, great for mowing underneath branches and things like that. So probably pretty worth it if you had some kind of landscaping company, but for your average homeowner, I don't see the value in these unless you just have a giant yard that's on an extreme angle.
You can see when it turns, it slides on these little rollers on the front wheels. So even in the mud, it doesn't mess up your lawn at all. Pretty cool.